So Liverpool have got themselves in a bit of a sticky situation off the field. Now, on the field, things are going incredibly well for the Reds. Arne Slot is doing an unbelievable job for them. They're playing entertaining football, effective football. It's really, really been incredible, to be honest with you. I'm shocked at how well they're doing, and I think most Liverpool fans will be too. Because, you know, having Jurgen Klopp for so long and then trying to adapt, really, to a new manager, a new system, even a slightly different one like that, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, but at the end of the day, you know, the players have done a fantastic job. But speaking of the players, this is what we've got to talk about here. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, all of those players have their contracts up in the summer. As things stand right now, all three of those players, if they wanted to, could make a deal with a club in January 2025. So for the 1st of January 2025, they can sign on to join another club if they want, and they'd leave for free. Liverpool would receive nothing. Their contract would be run out and they'd go on a Bosman. They'd go on a free transfer pretty much. So how have Liverpool ended up in this situation? What do they do from here and what's likely to happen? Well, I'm just going to kind of theorise about my thoughts about this really, because each player's case is a slightly different one. But to answer the question in terms of how they've let this happen, I mean, you would have to ask the likes of Jurgen Klopp. You would have to ask whoever manages the contracts at Liverpool. Now, the role of a manager nowadays is very different to what it used to be. I don't know how much control Klopp had over contracts, whether that's handled by like a director of football or the board or someone like that, because football has moved on so much since, you know, the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson was, you know, ruling Manchester United with an iron grip. You know, I don't see Liverpool being quite like that, and most clubs won't be. Manchester United these days won't be like that. So whoever's managing the contracts on that front is not doing a particularly amazing job, because they've let these contracts run down. As simple as that. Now, we don't know what kind of discussions, because these players have been at Liverpool for a long time. You know, Salah's been there for what, 7 years or whatever. Arnold's from the academy, and Van Dijk's been there for like 7 years or whatever now too. So it's not, you know, they've been there for a long time. They know the club, and they've achieved a lot with the club too. But do they want to achieve more somewhere else? Don't know. You know, we don't know if Liverpool have offered them some sort of deal. Apparently, I'd be shocked if they haven't at least offered all of them something. But how good that has been, how acceptable that has been, whether they're wanting to wait a little longer just to make Liverpool nervous and offer them more money or whatever, you don't know what is going on behind closed doors with this. If you ask them, they'll all say, well, I'm committed to Liverpool. You know, I'm a Liverpool player, I love the club, and I've achieved a lot here. They'll just go for that general kind of thing, really. In their own head, secretly, they might be thinking something else, and we don't know. But for me, Liverpool absolutely have to try and re-sign these guys for longer. You know, Van Dijk is 33. I'd probably have to give him a 1 year, 2 year deal. Salah, 32. Still absolutely world class though. For me, you got to sign him up for 3 years. You gotta get it. The war chest has to be out for that. And the same for Arnold. I mean, he's 26. He's entering his prime now, I'd say. And he's borderline world class. I hesitate to call players world class, but he's borderline at least for me. He's in the conversation for what is a world class player, as is Salah. And Van Dijk, I say a little tiny bit below person. That's just my opinion, but he's still one of the best defenders in the Premier League, without a doubt. There is no doubt, and there's an argument to be made that he's the best. But for Arnold, sign him up for like a 4 or 5 year deal minimum. You know, local lad as well, come through the academy. You've got to keep it. But what happens if they don't stay? Where do they go? Well, Arnold has been more than rumoured to go to Real Madrid. And for me, that's a really interesting rumour. You look at Real Madrid's side, who's usually playing right back there? Dani Carvajal, who is himself, you know, coming to the twilight of his career. If Real Madrid can sign Arnold, can you imagine him pinging balls across to Vinny Jr. and Mbappe? It's a scary prospect for football, and it's a very Real Madrid signing. I could 100% see him playing for Real Madrid. There's rumours about Bayern Munich as well, Barcelona maybe. I think Madrid's the one though. If they want to sign him, he goes. Simple as that, because how can you say no to Real Madrid? Van Dijk, I mean, I'm not sure where the rumours really would be for him going, to be honest. I've not really seen anything particularly concrete. It's hard to say really, but there's no reason why he can't go to, I don't know, a PSG. I really can't see him going to another Premier League side. That would be a bit that'd be a bit much. Stranger things have happened. Sol Campbell signed for Arsenal from Tottenham, but I don't really see Van Dijk staying in the Premier League if he does move. You know, he could go to Saudi, which is the main rumour for Mohamed Salah, and which I'd hate to see him go to Saudi because he's such a talented player, and I feel like he's still got 5 years in him probably at this kind of level. I really do think he's a bit like Ronaldo. He's just a physical specimen. You see him when the guy takes his shirt off. The dude is shredded. He is ripped. Like, he ain't slowing down anytime soon. No chance. And so for me, you got to sign him up, and Saudi's going to try everything to sign him. There was that rumour that going around that they were trying to sign him for like £150 million a couple seasons ago. It hasn't really happened since. He could go though. You never know. He could go. Would he want to go to Saudi? Only he can answer that. I personally say no. And there's no reason why this guy can't still be winning Champions League, winning Premier Leagues and FA Cups and stuff for Liverpool. I don't see why not. There is no reason why, especially with how Arne Slot has got them playing at the moment. You know, that is going to be the biggest motivating factor because they've won every game this season. Apart from that one against the Tricky Trees at Anfield, they've won every single game. Got a big test coming up against Arsenal the weekend, of course, but the perfect start in the Champions League. 3 wins out of 3, top, joint top with Aston Villa. Aston Villa doing incredible too. So yeah, that's kind of how Liverpool have got themselves in this mess. They've really only got themselves to blame. Can they get themselves out of it? Of course they can. But the power is with the players now. They are relying on the goodwill of the players. Out of all of them, I've been most worried about Trent. Definitely most worried about Trent because that kid is unbelievable and he can become a legend wherever he goes. He's already a Liverpool icon, I would say, you know. He's definitely a great of the modern times, coming from the academy no less as well. That's going to help. But if Real Madrid offer him more money, he's probably going to win more silverware with them, and it's a new challenge at the end of the day as well. Who says no to Real Madrid? Lionel Messi, that's pretty much it. There's not many players that would. So yeah, those are my kind of thoughts on it, guys. Liverpool fans, let us know in the comments below. Do you think all these 3 players will sign on for at least another season until the end of the 25-26 season? And yeah, do you think how desperate will Liverpool be to see them all? And if you had to lose one, here's the big question for you guys that want to think about. If you're gonna get rid of one, who do you get rid of? 3 different players, 3 different positions, all incredible. Which one do you get rid of? For me, I'd probably get rid of Van Dijk. If I had to get rid of one, but I wouldn't get rid of any ideally. They absolutely have to stay. Get the war chest out. Offer them what they want. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. See you very soon. Have a good one.